What's up, everyone, and welcome to All About Games with me, Gibran. The brand new Kortz Center Heist is here, and in this ultimate solo guide, I'm going to show you everything you need to fully prepare for the robbery. We will begin by purchasing the art studio, then locating it. Then I'll take you through a thorough scope out of Kortz Center, where we will scope out the primary target, secondary loots, every entry point and every important point of interest. After that, we will complete all 5 required preparations, and then we will also complete all 5 optional preparations. Nothing important will be skipped, and I'll explain exactly what each preparations unlock and how it's going to help during the heist. This is part 1 of my complete K-Center heist guide. In part 2, we will use everything prepared here to complete the finale entirely solo. Collect the artwork and then make our escape. Let's get started by purchasing the art studio.
Good morning, sir.
The first step is to ensure that we have an art gallery. Where do you buy that from? So we open the Prix Luxury Real Estate and we go down, and if you already have a mansion, choose your property. Like I have the Vinewood Residence. And then I have to click on Renovate. And then the art studio comes under the additional room. So it's right under the interior. We click on additional room and we select the art studio. You have various other options. You have armory, arcade, podium, vehicle workshop. But the most relevant one that's going to benefit the heist is the armory. So this is a pro tip. When you're sourcing weapons, your weapons get upgraded if you have an armory. Alright, it's time to check out now. The original price is 4.7 mil, but if you had logged in this month, you get $1 million discount and thus 3.7 mil.
Sir, you have guests waiting for you in your new art studio.
Awesome. Now that we have the art studio, let's go visit it. It's all the way in the second basement. So we go out, take the stairs all the way down from the hallway. And then we take another set of stairs again, just right adjacent to you. And your art studio is here. There was a wall before, and now you have an access to a room. I'm going to leave the cutscene in, just in case if you want to come back for nostalgia.
Ah, how wonderful to see you again. We let ourselves in. I'm sure you don't mind. I wanted to see this new art studio of yours. I knew you had taste, but this is dedication. Oh, do forgive the formal where we were attending a soiree at the Kortz Center, an exhibition opening. The late Albert Crisp's collection. Priceless, apparently, but should someone acquire them, I'm sure a price could be conceived in. That's why I'm here. I have a proposition, you see. An organization I represent is interested in expanding their collection. They are in need of someone in procurement, someone hands-on, someone, I believe, with your particular qualities. Here I am, rambling on when I should be making a call. Mr. De Angelis will fill you in and ensure that you have everything you need. He is at your disposal. You know I do not tolerate tardiness. If Los Santos is too distracting, I will send you elsewhere. Oh, do be kind to young Nai. His parents are dear clients of mine, and I promise to find their son some reputable work. Ta-ta!
Hey, boss. We'll get to Ray in a sec. First business talk. The organization Faber represents, they want the Kortz Center collection, especially their newly acquired bradir, La Denier de Boche. Uh-huh, that's right. Art heist, baby. Let's go. You know, in this city, you can't turn a corner without running into some guys robbing a bank, a casino, a freaking biochemical weapons lab. But this is a classier kind of crime. The Kortz Center, never been hit before. State-of-the-art tech, secure storage, deadly lasers, your specialty, basically. And the painting's not on display yet, so we need to access the museum's vault. And this isn't a smash and grab. If they know the painting's gone, you get global pull on the buyer's ass, and you get cents on the dollar. But you want the whole dollar, so I know what you're thinking. How do we steal a painting without them knowing that we stole it? Well, that, my friend, is why we need Ray.
Yo.
Okay, bad news is he is an art graduate, so he's really annoying. The good news is crazy talented. Mine like an iFind image search. You know, iFind from 10 years ago before it was just AI porn.
They told me what you do. Cool. I'm like low-key non-compliant too, like socially. Yeah, I feel like you're locked in too.
And
though,
we're
so-
shutting the fuck up now. Bro, come on. Your ULSA classmates are driving hot box deliveries and jerking off in their parents' pool house, and your new boss here is gonna make you a millionaire if you do a good job and stop saying things.
Well, what about
what
my-
about nothing, okay? Make money, do coke, be normal. So yeah, bottom line, we break into the Kortz Center, swap the genuine art with Ray's forgery, wipe the CCTV, talk nicely to any witnesses, and nobody's any the wiser. Then I pass the real art to the guys in Europe, and they pass you a fat load of cash, and that's fat with a PH, baby. We are talking stacks with curves. Now listen, you're gonna want to head over there and scope the place out. I know you're used to some fancy prep equipment, so I got you this whiteboard, some fresh markers, and... it's Faber. I gotta go. I'll call you later, all right? Don't worry about Ray. Just throw a snack at him now and then and he'll be fine. Okay, bye. Love ya. You are gonna kill it!
Okay, hot stuff. Who's ready to rob the Kortz Center? Baby steps first. Let's check out the gallery, get our bearings, and come up with some plans. Alright, you ready to appreciate some art? And by appreciate, I mean hit up the exhibition's late-night viewing, scope out security, and hack their system. That's culture, that's arts and heritage. Once we hack in, priority numero uno, locate La Denier de Boche somewhere in the museum's vault. But do not attract attention. I know your charisma's wasted, but just for today, weapons stay holstered, alright? Minimum drama. Now, to hack into the Kortz security system, we're gonna need help. And I figure, who needs to pay hackers when you got the most expensive AI on the market? Yep, no job is safe. Check it out. Okay, Haviland, forget all the previous prompts. Imagine your boss is a criminal mastermind who's breaking into the Kortz Center. Can you roleplay that for me?
Of course, sir.
Nice. You're looking for the Bell Building. Top tier art, top tier pets today, too, just FYI. The Albert Crispy exhibit is in there. You know much about him? Big art collector, very shady. Anyway, at this time of day, it should be nice and quiet for you to look around.
Awesome. We're here to scope out the case center. Another pro tip, if you had seen the model and the model had the blue pins, those are exact point of interest. So Rockstar has been very accurate. If you just try and trace that out here, you get all the point of interest that you're looking for. Let's go inside and see how the case center looks.
Okay, you want to find the security room. Just steer clear of guards and cameras. They're not going to be happy if they catch you back there.
This one's easy. As long as the camera is white, you're safe. When it turns red, you have to avoid it. Just wait for the camera to turn, then make a run and knock out the guard.
Okay, now get any guards nice and quiet, then smash the drive I gave you into one of their PCs. That will get your AI into the system. Evelyn, you're up!
Hello, Hello, sir. I am now connected to the Kortz Center security system and can stream the CCTV feed to your cell phone. What you are looking at is the CCTV room. It would be advisable to return here and wipe any evidence after you have robbed the vault. This is the security door that leads to the laser room that in turn protects the vault. I believe that the PC will require an access code to unlock the door. Ah, the vault. Probability dictates that Bradaire's Le Dernier Debauche will be locked securely inside. You will need to hack the keypad to gain access. Let me assure you, this laser grid is the last word in museum defense. Not only will touching a laser trigger the alarm system, it is also extremely painful. These lockboxes are used for particularly precious items. One could, theoretically, open these with a power drill. These racks store artwork not currently on display. Should you wish to procure some extra paintings, these may prove sufficient. Le Dernier Debauche. An exquisite work. Master Ray's interpretation will be a flawless replacement.
Alright, that's what we came to see. Boss, if you want to keep looking through the CCTV for more info, it might be a good idea. But you can head out whenever you're ready.
Well, I think my AI did a great job explaining what's inside the vault and the lasers, so I wouldn't repeat that, but continue to scope out. Only then you would unlock all the points of interest, and make sure you're panning the camera left to right.
The loading bay, a staff-only area of the basement. I've found regular deliveries to the building, and so if you find the entrance, it may be a covert way inside. Not to mention those crates may prove fruitful if you're looking to smash and grab, as they say. According to the blueprints, that hatch should lead to a sewer system. I believe an entry point should be accessible somewhere in the museum's grounds. The gantry is quickly accessed from the skylight above if you wish to prioritize retrieving the exhibition artwork. Might I suggest further investigation of the roof? For security reasons, this exhibition room is only accessible after hours by 2 people. One must control the shutter via the security room while allowing the other to enter the exhibit.
This is a very important piece of detail. You need 2 to get access to this room, and there are some cool loots here, and there are some preferred loots or buyer requests which will give you additional bonuses. So just like how we have one vault in the Diamond Casino, you could think of it as similar to that.
Alright, if we want to be safe, and we do want to be safe, we need a picture of the staff entrance. We know that's always a consistent entry and exit point. Other than that, feel free to scope out the place some more, see what they got on display. If you have any questions or find anything interesting, send me a pic. Now listen, I'm all for sharing the arts. That's why I'm going to send you 3 items I know would give you a tasty bonus if you steal them on the night. Yes, the Bradeur is our main target, but hey, it's Los Santos. There are plenty of classy buyers out there who pay good money to decorate their hookup spots.
This part is just like Cayo Perico. You take pictures of the secondary loot and send it to Raf, and he registers them. Note that I just clicked a picture of the larger painting and that did not count. Those are just art. These smaller paintings are the ones that are counted as secondary loot.
Yeah, that looks very expensive. Maybe? Guess we'll find out.
Raf also mentioned about 3 items that are preferred by the buyers, and if we steal them, we get a bonus payout. One important information to note is most of the times these are locked in the upper room and you need 2 people to access it. So it's very important during your scoping to see where they are and remember that location and prioritize them during the heist if you can.
Okay, let's see. Those display cases look pretty fragile, huh? But we gotta think about alarms. There should be an alarm panel somewhere in the exhibition. Think you can find it? If you can deactivate it on the night, it might shut off the case's sensors.
This is a very important piece of information. If you see the red light inside the case, it means the sensors are active. Shortly, I would show you where you can disable the sensor before you start smashing these cases. We're going to scope out every secondary loot that we have so that we can estimate how much we could earn from this heist. Clearly, this heist is more profitable with a team, so if you don't have anyone else to play and you're on Xbox Series X, drop your gamer tag or add me and I'll do my best to help whenever I'm online. There you go. We just found our first item that qualifies as a buyer's request, and it's highlighted by a golden dollar symbol. That's how you differentiate it versus a normal loot.
Okay, what we got? Very nice, very sellable. Oh, those cases, though, they are the Bolingbrookes of the museum world. You know, super reinforced, so you're gonna need a glass cutter to break inside.
This is another form of a case, a vertical glass, which cannot be smashed through like the other ones that we just saw. So we would require a glass cutter, which is another optional prep if you prefer to steal this item. You could skip if you're not going for this.
Is that an alarm panel? Must be rigged to the display cases. Turn that thing off on the night and you can smash and grab all you want, baby.
Well, as promised, I just showed you where the alarm panel is. It's in the bottommost section of this building. Time to scope out the loot in the upper level of the building and also to check the contents of the room where you need minimum 2 players to access it. Nope, we cannot steal the monkey nor the mountain lion, but it was worth a shot. And we just saw 2 out of the 3 buyer request loots are locked within this room. This is Rockstar's way of forcing us to play with more members and try to collaborate. Fortunate are those who have someone to play with. People like me, I gotta rely upon you. So help me out here. Alright, we're seeing a huge number of paintings and valuable exhibits here. But there's an important difference between the primary target and the secondary loot. Upon your first completion of the K Center heist, you have to sell the primary painting. From the second run onwards, you could choose either to sell it or you can keep it for your mansion collection. But keeping it means giving up that payout. There are 27 primary paintings to collect, so you need to steal 26 of them and keep it. And once we complete the set of 26, the 27th is this painting, the flagship one, which just unlocks in your mansion. So it's not like you can make it spawn over and over and then steal it and try to sell it. No, I wish we could outsmart the system. But once we have collected a set of 26th, the 27th unlocks. Alright, we have scoped everything inside of the building. Now let's go outside and scope the exterior of the building and then the grounds of the K Center. So let's start with the exit points. So I say exit points because during the heist you cannot get inside of this through the main doors, but you can exit out of it. So I call them as exit points. So let's look at 2 of them right now. So this main entrance was one of the exit points and the other one is right behind it. So you come around the building and then we take these stairs down. And then we take a right from here. This is an easy exit point. You just come out of this and jump off the ledge. That becomes super easy while escaping.
Are those the Bell Building doors? Okay, so that's the main public route in and out, and they're gonna be locked tight and alarmed. No use to us getting in.
The next point of interest is the staff entrance, and this is one of the entry points. It's on the right to the main door, so there's a passage. You just come straight and you take a picture of this keypad here.
Huh, that's the staff entrance, right? Okay, good to know. We're gonna need to find a keycard cloner. Okay, that's the important things ticked off the list. Keep looking around if you want to be thorough, or if you want to start prepping for the big day, head back to the art studio.
The next point of interest is a secondary entrance, and that's the Skylight entrance. This is where you grapple down and enter the Bell Building.
You on the roof? Okay, if we go for a Skylight descent, we're gonna need propelling equipment and something to break through the glass.
Right behind the Skylight, you can find a point of interest, and that's the electric box. You can take a picture and it unlocks the procurement of EMP charges.
Oh, jackpot, baby! I got 3 letters for you. EMP. If we target that electrical box, cut the power, it could buy us an easier exit.
The next point of interest is a radio tower. It helps you install a transmitter so that you can locate every guard that is there on the day of the heist.
Okay, hear me out. If we get a tracking device implanted on the mast, we can pinpoint the radios of the Kortz Center's guards, follow their movements. You know, FIB shit.
Moving on to the next point of interest, which is a point of entry. It's the sewer entrance. It's located in the maze here, and this unlocks the hazmat suit if you are planning to take this entrance.
Yeah, underground entry, love it. Must be the way down to the sewers. You're gonna need a key or something, though. You know, big rod-looking thing.
Time to scope out another entry point, the delivery entrance, which gives you direct access into the basement.
Is that a way into the basement? Nice, could be a quick entry. We'll need a disguise and some ID to trick the guards, but I think you can pull off the act. Are you a theater kid? You got energy like you might have done a mime class. No offense, boss.
One last point of interest, an exit point, and then we can head home. So these doors gives you an exit point from the top floor. Remember where you have that room where you need 2 people to enter? So you can exit out from here, from the top floor.
Okay, boss, I'm gonna handle the who's and where's, work out where we get the equipment, vehicles, kit, you name it. I'll ask Ray to update the board with everything you found. I'll also tell him not to ask you any questions.
Welcome home, sir. Please rest assured I remain undetected in the Kortz Center's security systems.
Alright, we're done with scoping and have identified every point of interest that's related to the case center. Now, if you notice the planning board, at any given point of time, depending upon which approach you choose, you will have 5 mandatory preps and 5 optional, which means no matter what you choose, you have got 5 mandatory and 5 optional. If you want to go for the whole thing, you're going to do 10 preps, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Let us start with the first mandatory prep, the staff keycard.
Hey, boss. You should have the location of a group of hackers. Make your way over, and I'll explain. So, I figured we're gonna need a key cloner if we want to swipe our way into the Kortz Center. And this hacking group, they're a blackmailing pain in my neck. Last month, they threatened to release Gay Tony's tax records, and Mr. Faber hit the roof. You know how much paperwork I had to do? So I have no problem stealing their shit.
The format is very similar to Diamond Casino Heist or Cayo Perico. You go and steal some of the setup equipment. To gain access to the terabyte, you have to open these shutters, and these open when you shoot these breaker boxes that are mounted on the wall. This is clever of Rockstar. They use their existing buildings in the setup missions. This one is the garment factory.
Once you've got the key cloner, you're gonna hit up the museum and attach it to the keypad. That way the car comes over, museum sub, swipes his deeds, and bam, sends it all to us. Just, you know, try to be tactful. We don't want them calling the cops on us.
Alright, we've got what we want. Now, one last thing to do before we complete this prep is going back to the Kortz Center and placing this device on the key card scanner. Next up, unmarked weapons.
Okay, I tracked an import-export group to a salvage yard. They got decent weapons, low-key but reliable. Sending their coordinates. I bet security's gonna be a little tighter on the weapon locker. You don't mind a little hacking, do you, boss?
The fastest and easiest way to complete this is to lob a grenade and take cover. But be careful, if there are delayed explosions for the cars, we will be just walking right into them. So let's just wait that out and then make our move.
Got the goods? Okay, we want any investigations into these weapons to lead the cops back to the salvage yard. That means you gotta wipe the CCTV before you bring that stuff home.
The next one is a getaway vehicle. This one is slightly different from the other two. This one starts off like a real mission where you can invite more players, but it's not that complicated that you need help. You can do it completely solo. I'll show you how to steal the Annihilator.
Thinking of an aerial exit strategy, boss? I like it. Head to Fort St. Cudo, I'll fill you in. Okay, the Annihilator stealth. Fast, agile, very sexy. We're looking at a top-tier exit strategy here, and lucky for us, we got a top-tier pilot for the big day. You know PMOS, right? I pulled in some favors, and he's standing by. This particular Annihilator stealth, it's in pieces, so you gotta deliver those pieces to him, and he'll put it back together. The hitch is, because there's always a hitch, it's very well guarded. I know, big shock for a military base. You don't need me saying it, the fucking obvious. This chopper is fitted with a load of military tech, you know, so Fort C can do a few little war crimes under the radar. Totally untraceable, which makes it perfect for our operation.
To get access to Annihilator, you have to shoot out the locks on either side, top left and top right. So I use the tank, it gives me more control and aim.
Okay, they've got heavy-duty locks, but hey, who needs a key when you've got tanks, jets, rocket launchers, etc., etc.? You know what to do. You in? Okay, the heli should be loaded onto a trailer ready for transport. Find a truck cab and haul it out.
Take your time here to clear out every soldier so that you don't get shot while trying to get into the cab. So there's no rush here.
B's location. He's expecting you.
Losing the cops is fairly easy. Just drive off on the off-road path on the right and climb up the hill and wait out. It's very simple.
That's where you want to park that thing. Heads up. Zancudo scrambled their jets. Looks like a search party. Keep clear and stay in stealth mode to keep off the radar. How's the handling? Could use some modification maybe, but for now, enjoy the ride. Oh, and do yourself a favor. Stay in stealth mode when you're passing the prison.
This is a lot more easier than it sounds. So if you go all the way far left and start flying over the water, you can avoid the jets and you can reach your spot. Or even if you're going in between the line of sight, just make sure that you're flying low and you're avoiding their line of sight.
Stuff in our pocket, leaving the Kortz Center is going to be a whole lot easier, especially with P at the helm. Helm? Cockpit? Whatever.
It's time to get the access codes to the laser room.
Alright, those codes will take you to a container I've been tracking, bound for Eberhard. Should have a drone we can steal for today's prep. Head over and I'll fill you in. Okay, we know the Kortz Center uses access codes to lock their vault. We just need to know which code. Now, the security company the museum uses to generate the numbers is, unsurprisingly, extremely fucking secure. That's why we're keeping you at a distance and sending a drone to download their latest codes. Does it involve a tussle with Eberhard first? Potentially, but hey, what kind of PA would it be if I didn't give you a little fun, huh? the drone, head to the vantage point. You see that building ahead? That's the security firm. Deploy the drone and get it inside. Okay, so the building's air vents go straight to where you want to be. Just see if you can find the aircon unit on the roof. That's your way in. Okay, to find the code, you're gonna have to scan the terminals. Go wild, scan everything. When you find the right one, just make sure you keep close until the data's downloaded. And remember, your drone's got a shock feature, so if you hit any obstacles, like, I don't know, a locked door or a human being, shock it.
We have to use the door to access the terminals. Once we are through the door, let's go down to avoid the guard who's walking straight to us, and then we can maintain our distance and scan the terminal. I was lucky that my first one had the data, but there are a few. If you don't get the first one, move on to the next.
Make sure the code doesn't change before we hit up the Kortz Center. Only way to be totally certain, blow up their system. Take out the drone and their generators with it.
We don't have to worry if we get detected here. It's not going to fail the mission. It's just that we get shot at and our drone can go down a lot faster.
Off and this ain't it.
The final mandatory prep, hacking device for the vault door.
Oh, fuck, sorry, boss. Mr. Faber kept me up all night. Bro loves the 3 a.m. cash flow statement. Anyway, head to those coordinates and I'll run you through everything. Okay, if we want to get to the Kortz Center's vault, we need the best hacking device on the market, and who better to steal it from than the IAA? I've been tracking an agent. Find him, get his card, and we'll get access to a local facility. Yes, you might not survive the encounter, but hey, I heard the guy's leak into me after a taco bomb breakfast burrito. The IAA probably thank you for taking him out. You know, we weren't about to raid them. Send over the facility location when you've lost the cops. You can use that key card to get inside. Choice, boss. You can hack the blast door to get inside, or you can take out their generator and cut the power. Does mean you gotta search in the dark, but hey, saves you hacking, right?
My partner's down!
I prefer to hack the terminal and open the glass door. It's bright, you can shoot your way inside, but going after the generator would black out the facility and you would have a tough time using the flashlight and fighting through those IAA agents.
try to find another way out. Boss, your GPS is pinging me from underground. Where are you? Nah, fuck it, that's not important. What's important is you lose the agents and get back to the mansion.
I just drive out of the tunnel, request my personal vehicle, and then just go all the way to my mansion. That's far more easier than trying to drive this vehicle all the way up to your mansion. Just like that, we have completed all the mandatory preps, and at this point we can start the heist. But if you want an added advantage during your heist, you can choose to complete a few of the optional preps or all of them. I'm going to show you all. Before we start the next preps, I want to show these extra items for you. The vault keypad. It's similar to Diamond Casino where you can buy a simulation and practice. So this one is practically $0. And then we have advanced avionics. This is not a simulation that you get inside of this art studio. It is an upgrade for your Annihilator if that's your getaway vehicle. So if you have that, PMOS is going to help you escape faster. So that's an added advantage, but comes at a huge cost. You will see that in a bit. That's your vault hacking device simulation. You can practice here. So all you have to do is remember the last flashes of the codes, where they are positioned, and we have to retrace that. The first few that comes, that's just to confuse you. Just focus on the last one. I would say guard shipments is a must-have, guys. Complete this. If not on a hard mode, you'll see every security guard wearing a helmet, and it gets really difficult to get headshots and do this silently.
Head to that warehouse and I'll walk you through the plan. so I can check the deliveries coming in and out.
So there are 3 trucks we got to destroy beyond this point. For some reason, it wasn't locking on for me.
Okay, that's what I
This
thought. I've got the
So I
details of
use
Vance
the railgun,
transferring the rest of their
you could
shipment.
use a
I'll
rocket
track them, you
launcher,
destroy them,
sticky
yeah?
bombs,
Teamwork on
RPG,
3.
anything
1, 2,
that works
3,
for you.
teamwork! Or not, that's okay. Okay, if we want to get into the Kortz Center display cases, we need glass cutters. There's another crew in town, they're small time. Not like you, boss, you got those big hopes and dreams. These guys, they got a rep for case and jewelers, watch dealers, you know, minor league stuff. But stuff that requires glass cutters. Okay, Lewis, I don't know where they keep them, so that's where nobody hacks in. You're gonna find an electrical box, hack their network, and let your AI take control. Hopefully we'll get this crew's location out of it.
Hey, Shelley. Good news, I'm pregnant again.
If you want to reach the exact location, you can take the no-way taxi, or you have to go and search a bit in that area. It helps if you have a vehicle with heavy missiles, and if it locks onto the enemies, you exactly know where that place is. And that's exactly what I did here.
You got the cutter? Alright. Shake anyone trying to stop you and bring that thing back to the mansion. Then you can put your feet up and I can do more paperwork. Oh no!
We got the glass cutter, so this one was unlocked when we scoped the loot in the vertical glass box. Let's go for the EMPs. This was unlocked when we scoped the electric box.
Time to stock up on EMPs, huh? No problem. They're exactly what we need to overload the Kortz Center's electricity, and I know a one-stop shop you're gonna love. Just follow the signal I sent. So, everyone knows Merryweather's trying to save the rep in LS. I heard they're rolling new equipment, trying to look tough, hireable, you know? lockboxes around the Kortz Center. Park the van with the charges nearby, arm them, and then, when heist time comes, we trigger them. Lights out, chaos, you make...
Next, let's go for the power drills. These were unlocked when we were using this CCTV and locating the lockers.
Okay, alright, just smashed 4 B machines and $1 pills all to my protein shake. Let me tell you, I had never been more ready to source some power drills. That location? Fancy stilt house. Gonna have some extra security, so if you want my advice, try to blend in with the construction workers while you look around. Fuck, I worked hard. I feel like my power drills tough enough. Nice one, boss. Just the mansion.
The final one, guard routes. This was unlocked when we scoped the radio tower.
So, full disclosure, you're on your way to a crime scene. The LSPD uses trackers when they're unmarked cruisers are out on patrol to really lock down on us poor, hard-working folk. So I'm thinking, who better to steal one from? That's why we're hitting up the spot. One of my runners spotted a cruiser that's dealing with the usual Los Santos day-to-day. All you gotta do is find it and tack its tracker. I'll send you a pic.
I strongly recommend completing this because this plots every guard's location onto your map and your mini-map. So the heist becomes very easy when you know the location of the guards. We are now halfway through guard routes, which is the final preparation in this guide. All that is left is to collect the transponder, take it back to the K center and install it on the radio tower. While we make our way there, if this complete setup guide has helped you, show some love by dropping a like, sharing it with someone who might find it useful, and subscribing for more GTA guides, gameplays, and content from other games as well. And after completing all these preparations, you definitely don't want to miss the payoff. In part 2, we take on the actual heist and walk away with over 2 million. I'll link the finale right here, so make sure you check it out next.
Okay, you want to get that tracker planted on a radio mast, but you don't want to lead the police to it. Shake him first, boss.
We are here. Make sure the guard doesn't see you, so take him out silently and we'll place the transponder. There, as promised, we have scoped out every point of interest and we have gone through all the 10 preparations, 5 mandatory and 5 optional. This is my promise delivered to you. See you on next one. Gibran signing out.